Hey, my name is Jonathan Leonardo, and today we're talking about how to remain positive under pressure with the chickens. This is Internet Church! Gentlemen. Thank you for gathering this morning. Today, we are going to be teaching and participating in how to remain positive under pressure. How we're gonna be under pressure, you might ask? Well, let me tell you. Matter of fact, let my little friend tell you. We will be taking these rubber chickens and taping them to our feet. Once we take these rubber chickens to our feet, we will make our way to the youth room. Inside of the youth room, one person and one person only will have this leather belt. The holder of the leather belt will be blindfolded. The rest of us will have these rubber chickens taped to our feet. The holder of the leather belt will then be attracted to the sound and will give ourselves a little love tap. Now, the challenge is all of us must remain positive under pressure. Because this is today's lesson. Eddie, how you feel about it?
I got my jean shorts.
That's why you wore jeans.
It's like disorienting.
Go.
NANI?!
Who said ministry isn't a full contact sport?
Do you know why they call me Mark? Because I'm a beast.
Round 3, fight!
Good thing for you guys, I walk by faith and not by sight.
Look who decided to show up.
What's up? Sorry, what's up?
Better late than never.
Bet.
I'm doing a little thing with Internet Church. You're old in that next room.
Okay.
Hey,
yo, I brought my bodyguard, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to make sure, wasn't coming into the hood, again.
Somebody gets a belt, blindfolded. Everybody else got the chickens on their feet, and then they walk around, and as they make the noise,
Oh, bro.
Final round, fight!
no. Everybody left. Where's everyone at?
I know everybody was quiet, man. Everybody went out.
All right, man. Thank you for participating, fellas. Good stuff. Good stuff.
So you just saw a clip of us acting completely sophomoric. And the point of the clip was just trying to get this idea connected of how would you respond under pressure? You saw some of us yelping and squealing and running around trying not to be hit, but I've got 2 marks on my body as a response to what we just went through. One, I got this little piece of Band-Aid covering a cut I have there. I actually thought I might need at least 1 stitch, but everybody told me that it would be a cool scar. So that's 1. And then 2, if you notice, there was that moment where I got hit in the face right there and got a little bump on my lip. And for both of these marks, depending on the context, I would have responded with a little more hurt, not only in the physical, but even in the internal, like, oh my goodness, I got myself hurt, and even maybe get hit on the face. But what's interesting is that I am joyful in both of these because of such a great piece of content for Internet Church. So that under the pressure of suffering physically, there actually comes out joyfulness because of the context in which this thing is occurring. Are y'all tracking with me? That under the pressure of suffering physically, and it's small suffering, but still it holds, under the pressure of suffering physically, there is still a positivity that comes out because of the greater context. It's gonna make great content. This makes me think of Jesus in the moment when he's reviled, suffering pressure before the Sanhedrin. How does he respond? 1 Peter 2 actually tells us how he responds. Verse 22, he committed no sin, neither was deceit found in his mouth. When he was reviled, he did not revile in return. When he suffered, he did not threaten, but continued entrusting himself to him who judges justly. And do you know why he entrusted himself? He entrusted himself because he knew in whom he was trusting, that the very Father who sent him on this errand, that even though he was going to suffer, he would remain steadfast and positive under the pressure because his life was established and grounded on the word that his Father had spoken and revealed to him. And check out this word. It's actually Hosea 6:2. There's many in the Old Testament that Jesus drew upon to be solid, but I'll show you one, Hosea chapter 2. It's actually a messianic prophecy. Hosea 6:2. After 2 days, he will revive us. On the 3rd day, he will raise us up that we might live before him. Not only here, but in many other instances, Jesus solidified his life on the promise that he would not see corruption. The psalmist tells us this, that the Holy One will not remain in Hades to see corruption. I think that's Psalm 16. That after 3 days, he will be reviled, right? And so that Jesus is able to suffer and remain positive and steadfast under pressure precisely because he's grounded in the word of God. Hebrews says something so powerful and potent. It's actually in Hebrews 5:7. And this is again how Jesus remains positive under the pressure of that which he is suffering. And he suffered physically. Hebrews 5:7. In the days of his flesh, Jesus offered up prayers and supplications with loud cries and tears to him who is able to save him from death. And he was heard because of his reverence. Although he was a son, he learned obedience through what he suffered, and being made perfect, he became the source of eternal salvation to all who obey him, being designated by God a high priest after the order of Melchizedek. Now, it's a dense argument that is being made in Hebrews, but Jesus himself offers prayers and supplications to the one that he knew was able to save him from death. And if the cup could be removed so that Jesus didn't have to suffer death, cool. But if he had to go through death, he was still hoping on this God who would actually bring him back to life. He remained positive, steadfast in his commitment to God, being established in his word because of who he believed in. So in the pressure, in the cauldron of suffering, he remained positive and steadfast because of whom he believed in. The invitation for us is How do we remain positive under pressure? And the answer is, my beloved, we remain positive by actually standing established on the promises of God. To be positive under pressure is to be established on the promises. To remain steadfast, positive under pressure is to be established on the promises. Here's the question I have. Are you in the midst of a pressure cooker right now? And is there a word that the Lord has spoken to you and inviting you to remain steadfast in? Even better yet, in your breakout groups, listen to one another. Is there someone in the breakout group that might be actually asking the question of how to remain positive because of the pressure of life? And is there someone in the group that might be able to speak a word according to the promises of God to give somebody that element of positivity for the season of pressure? So, my beloved, to remain a positive under pressure is to be established on the promises of God. Jesus demonstrated this to us by being established in his word, believing that God would raise him. You saw it a little bit in our little bit where I still remained positive because I knew the greater thing of what was happening.
Who said ministry isn't a full contact sport? Hey, come on, we're still going.
But we have the privilege of being established, remaining positive because of his word and his promises. I'm looking forward to hearing some of the insights that you have on the other side. Yeah, a little bit right here.
Yeah, you see it right where you got me.
Oh, that's like a blood bowl, I think.
Yeah.
I wonder if I should